I'm working on a play right now, and it's helped me realize something about my process as an actor. There is a point in the process, no matter what I'm working on, whether it's audition sides, a play, a scene in class, whatever, where I feel terrible. This has been an experience that I've had for a lot of years. I've just never really ID'd exactly when it happens. And there is something great about working on a play because I think it augments a lot. As an actor in TV and film in Los Angeles, generally speaking, I haven't been the lead, but for the feature that I produced. It's been a smaller script size, it's been a smaller role size, and so because of that, the problem has felt smaller in proportion to the amount of pages or the size of the role that I've had. But the problem remains regardless, which is there does come a point in the process where I suddenly think, I don't know how to act. I don't know if I've ever known how to act. I don't know where to begin to get better. And I have no idea how I'm going to do anything remotely resembling good work on the project. So I've been working on the play now for a couple of weeks. We've been doing table work, and what a joy, first of all, as someone in TV and film for the last 12 years, to be able to just sit around a table and discuss a script and dig in and figure out meanings and histories and everything like that, but with a group of artists who are collaborating with you. I mean, it really is such a luxury. So for the first couple weeks, the table work was really wonderful and I was feeling great. And then literally the last rehearsal I had, I left feeling like total trash. And I've been reflecting on it a lot. The nice thing is, as I get older, there is a little bit more space between my feelings and my identity. And so feeling like trash doesn't mean I'm trash. It's just an interesting piece of information. And what does it mean? And I was thinking about it and I realized, oh, I've been here before. I generally do feel like this at this specific point in the process. So I'm going to describe what that point in the process is. So imagine you get a script and you're sitting in front of it, and it's you know your cast. You've got a couple weeks ahead of you where you know you're not going to be getting it on its feet yet. That 2-week period for me is usually a period of an open field of exploration. And it's sort of like, imagine you're in that mine from Snow White with all the jewels in it, and you don't have a tool with you, like you don't have a pickaxe or anything. You're just looking around. Like, this is the first time you've seen this cave, and it's like, wow, jewels everywhere. And there's a sense of wonder and possibilities, and you don't have to do any work yet, anything that you would consider work. And you don't have to investigate anything particularly unless you want to. You have time to just begin the courtship process with this script. That period of time, I'm like, I'm such a good actor. I could do this forever. And then comes the moment when, you've read the script several times, you've begun rehearsals perhaps, and now I become aware of just how much work there is to do. How many jewels are in this cave that I must excavate? And suddenly I go from a kid in a candy shop to like a dwarf in the mines. And these are terrible mixed metaphors. But what I'm trying to get at is I think the perspective and the relationship I have with the work suddenly changes, and it's less about exploration and it's more about arrival. And I suddenly feel the crunch of time and the massive weight of the material on me, that I don't have enough time to investigate what I would like to investigate in this script, to endow some kind of sense or imagination into every moment. I don't have the time. And I start feeling the stress and the frenzy. I think because of that, I start to feel like a terrible actor. And so then all of a sudden I'm engaging with rehearsals in a very different way, and everything the director says could be something that means they're not getting what they want out of me, and I'm not a good actor if I can't deliver it. Even when I know that's not what's happening, the rest of me doesn't know, and the rest of me still thinks that I'm a terrible actor. And this particular process, because I'm coming back to the theater after a long, long time away, and because I am in an ensemble piece where we all are very large roles in this particular script, I'm hyper aware both of my gratitude of being a part of the process, and how I feel like I have so much to explore and so little to lose, because it's like coming home to a loved one, the theater. And I'm also super duper aware of my process. And so there are parts of it that are like old touchstones that I remember. Oh, this is the moment when we're doing table work. I forgot about table work, and then it was like, oh, of course we're doing that first. And then we'll get it on its feet, and then rehearsals and all these things and tech. And it was like, oh, I'm remembering, even though I like produced a play. And in theater, in my last experience as leading a play, I remember feeling similarly, that it feels like you have to iterate so quickly right away, and that's very difficult for me. Not difficult to do, but difficult to metabolize the doing of. So it's like I'll do it on the day, I'll do it in rehearsal, and then I'll feel all kinds of ways about how I did. I'm driving home from rehearsal just going, oh, I was so bad. I didn't love that. I didn't feel great about what I did. So I'm super aware of this going into this play. And I'm also older, so I think that there's a little bit more release, like I said, and a little bit more distance from the feeling and the identity of it. Those two things are not as deeply enmeshed as they were when I was younger. And so I realized this just 2 days ago. This is the part of the process where I feel like trash, and I feel like I'm not giving the director what they want, and I'm not living up to the expectation. And just the clocking of that this is something that happens pretty much every time I'm engaged in a project on a script, was restful for me in a way that I didn't expect. My body has been in such a state of high alert the last couple of weeks. I started a new job as well as the play. I've just been really stressed, and my sleep schedule's been all over the place, and long story, boohoo, whatever. But my body, I can tell, has been very, very stressed. And having this realization a couple of days ago, it was like my body just, I guess suddenly I realized, oh, I've been here before. Even some of my old blocks can be good friends, you know? This is the block, I've been blocked here before. Oh, well, that's nice. We know each other. I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's something that ought to be remedied or can be even, because I do think that hitting a part in the process where I realize the scale of it, even though you can't ever realize something like that fully, it does point to how important the work is to me. And I do think if I allow it, it will also show me what the most important parts of the process are to me. Meaning, what are the areas of the script and the story that I most am curious about and most am excited about. If I'm really, really disappointed about being bad at something, it's probably because that thing matters to me for some reason or other. And there's probably an aspect of it that I wish to be better at, or that I wish to understand more or explore more, or I'm excited about. And that's why I'm disappointed not to be better at it right away, which is so ridiculous. Guys, give yourself time. Learning curve. I'm saying this to myself. I think if I give it a second, it can point to what I might deeply love about this character and this story. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm allowing it. We're gonna see where it takes me. And this part of the process that for years has been a thing I have tried to jump over or avoid suddenly has more shape for me. And I guess maybe I'm a little excited to even enjoy the shape of this terrible feeling as much as I'm excited to find out what it has to tell me. And I'm also nervous, and I'm also concerned, and I'm also terrified. But that's also just life. And we get to be all the things. And I'm gonna get on stage. So maybe it's good to be all those things, because yeah, it's a pretty cool thing to get to do. And I really love theater, and it's been a while. So of course I'm all those things. Anyway, I'm interested if this resonates with you in any way in your process, whether it's with acting or something else. Do you hit a point where you suddenly become more aware of yourself in the work and all the things you have to do, and that it weighs on you? I certainly do, it seems. Anyway, I hope you're all having a great week. I gotta go because I gotta go to rehearsal. Whoops.